Come on in, welcome to my home. Let's talk pictures. Yes, those pictures that you've taken. Let me explain a lot of what I'm going to talk about. This all comes from one picture. It's a fairly old picture. We're not 100% certain what year it was taken. And all it says on the back of the picture is, look at those crazy legs. That's it. I have no idea who the picture is of. I have no idea when the picture was taken. I'm thinking around circa 1930s, 1940s, but I will not swear to that. Don't know where the picture was taken. I know nothing about this picture other than it's a family picture. Okay, so you're asking yourself, well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, simple. You remember all those thousands of pictures that you've taken and you've not labeled them anything? That's an issue. That's a huge, big issue. Right now, we are on one of my drives that has all the pictures that I have, well, some of them, and you can see that I have lots and lots of pictures, which wouldn't be that big of a deal if a lot of them weren't repeats. Some of them I have no idea who the people are, where they happened, where they took place. There are just tons and tons of pictures with no real reference as to what's going on. And then the only thing which I have to tell me that it's a different picture is the title of the picture is just the random number that's assigned to the picture, which presents its own problem. Sure, I don't have copies of the pictures, but I don't know who a lot of these people are. And some of these pictures, when we get down to the bottom of this, where I started scanning these in, some of these pictures we do not know who some of these people are because it was never labeled. Some of these pictures will remain a mystery to this day because some of the people in these pictures have been dead now for 40, 50, 60 years. And so it becomes a big thing with pictures that are not labeled. And believe me, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures of all the family going back years, and some of them need to be edited, but I have tons of pictures. That can present problems. I actually spent one summer where I scanned every single photograph that my family has and got them all onto the computer. They are all saved in the cloud. Everything is wonderful, but never labeled them. No, never labeled them until now. Now I'm having to go back through and try to match up the pictures with the labels, trying to get everything right about the picture, changing the date that the picture was taken and all those things. I should have done that when I did this. I should have done this right away. I should have, every time I took a picture, I should have labeled it with who the picture was of, why I took the picture, well, not necessarily why, but who the picture was of, if it was important, where the picture was, anything, comments, that sort of thing. You can put all of that stuff in your pictures. The metadata is there so that you can change it and add stuff to it. You can do all of that yourself, and you're saying, but why would I know who these people are? Well, yeah, you do right now. My grandmother died, I think 8 years ago. No, it has been longer than that. So my grandmother has been dead probably 13, 14 years ago. She was 100 years ago. So we're talking, some of these people that she had pictures of were long dead before she died, and she did not remember who they were. Some of them are family members. We have no idea how they're related, but that's an issue. I have pictures who years from now, as my relatives look back at these pictures, they're going to have no idea who they are. They're going to have no idea why I have pictures of these people. They're just going to be random pictures on some sort of hard drive or in some sort of cloud configuration with no explanation except for B0031905. That's not a name, okay? So label your pictures. Also, name them in a way that makes sense. What I've found out through lots of research doing this video is that most people are now labeling their pictures with the date, using the, 8-digit date, so it'd be the first 2 digits are the month, the second 2 digits are the day, and the last 4 digits are the year. Then, don't use a space. Most computer programs that handle pictures or handle things cannot handle spaces in names. Did not realize that until recently, and it might not be most, but a lot of them. So use an underscore and then give it a name, but a descriptive name, not just happy picture. That means nothing. Happy picture means nothing. But if you put in happy picture kitchen light, I know that it's a happy picture of the kitchen light. That makes more sense. Because then when you go to search for that, you can find the kitchen light. You can find your pictures. The reason it is now, I think it's about 11:30, I started to do this video at 9 o'clock in the morning, but I had to find the one picture that I needed, and guess what? I'd never labeled the picture. I did not realize that the label was still B003109500905, because I'd never labeled it. Yeah, so that took forever. Label your pictures. Don't go through what I did. And then also, as you're searching for them, as other people are showing them, as you're trying to get pictures of, when family members come over and you want to show them pictures of whoever or whatever or things like that, you can find it easily through a search. I also back up all of my pictures. Right now I am using the cloud, which is, I'm using the Google One, I think, service. For right now, it works, and I really do like it. It can back up all my pictures fairly quickly, easily. Am I having to search for duplicates? Oh yeah. Yeah, and I'm hoping to find a really good way of searching for duplicates, and I hope that somebody, if you know a good way of searching for duplicate pictures, let me know down in the description, because not all of the duplicates have the same name. Some of them have been renamed to other things. Some of them, when I scan them, they get scanned with the different names that the scanners use, or however I did it at that time. So yeah, it becomes its own problem. But please, save yourself the hassle, save yourself the time, label your pictures. Your family and you will thank me for this. Well, let me know down in the description if you have a way of labeling your pictures, if you group them in folders. I'm not a big folder fan, because when I go looking for pictures, I'm usually looking for, like, randomly anything. And since my label system works out so well, I know what Christmas 2000 whatever was, so yeah, I can look at it that way and I don't have to put them in folders. Well, let me know what you thought about this down in the comments, and I hope I get to see you next time you stop by.